I think that both as men and women, I mean, we'll always like kind of agree to disagree or just disagree to disagree till the end of time. However, I think as a collective society, if we were able to find a way to understand that both of us can learn from each other and provide each other things, that perhaps the world would become more balanced. And I think we're just so out of balance that it's just like we're so far apart that there's like... We're just speaking two different languages.
I disagree.
Completely.
I think the reason why we're the problems that we have now is because we go off the female way of thinking. And we don't go off the male way of thinking anymore. I think that's where the problems actually lie. Is that we care way too much about how women think, how they perceive the world, looking at the world from a female perspective, when I think we need to go back to looking at the world from a male perspective. Because, to be quite honest with you, if you put women in control, they fuck everything up. I'm going to be honest with you.
Don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah, just... It's just the truth. I mean, there's a reason why a woman wants a man who's dominant that could put her in her place. You even admitted this yourself. So you
are you referring to like prior when was it that we were running the world in a male, like prior to like women's rights, or like where
like right now, right? Yeah. All the laws, legislatively, the way politicians run, the way advertisers market their products, the way everything is done now, it's all done from a female perspective.
Like when was the break is what I'm saying. Like when was it, like where did
this has been going on since like the 60s, but like it's become more and more prominent over the decades. Like they were starting this bullshit in the 90s where they were like masculinizing female characters. I was watching this movie yesterday, The Bone Collector, Denzel Washington and Gabriel Union. No, not
Charlize Theron.
Who plays Angelina Jolie?
No. It's Judd.
Yeah.
It's Ashley. Was it?
No, it's Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
It's Angelina Jolie and Denzel Washington. In the movie, she's a cop, and her boyfriend, who she was sleeping with, is a guy that is, he's saying, "Oh, why aren't we in a relationship?" Or wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, so they started this indoctrination of masculinizing the woman and making the man feminine since the fucking 90s. And they've been doing this since the 60s, but they've been slowly doing it. And then women like you complain,
but who's doing that?
I can't find it.
Who's propagating that?
I'll go to World War II.
Jake will tell you.
Not on this podcast.
This officially started.
We're on Rumble only, so. We are. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
It started in World War II when we were engaged in global warfare and we were sending our young men out to die. Then we needed people producing spare parts, munitions, weapons of war. Well, the men were out fighting. So then we had Rosie the Riveter making a muscle, even though it's pathetic to look at a woman trying to make a muscle, because mostly it's not there and it's not strong if it is there. So we put you guys in the factory and told you that you should be a worker instead of a housewife because your husband was gone. And then we never put you back into the kitchen after the guys returned from war. It was a whole blockade of propaganda. The government also influences and funds Hollywood as well, which is a fact.
Totally.
So this was the start of the decline of Western civilization, specifically the white male patriarch known as the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. We saw the decline of religion and much else, and that is when the female started to get outside of the home and into trouble.
So the government.